So thank you everybody for logging in. This is so exciting to see everybody's face and to celebrate all of you. And Emma, how are we doing there? We got everybody that's in the waiting room in? Okay, awesome. So again, if anybody has any questions throughout the day, throughout the next half hour as we go through our presentation, you are welcome to put them in the chat. Emma can go through and answer those directly. And if you have questions for me at the end, I'm willing to stay on here for as long as you need to ask any questions. But today we are here to celebrate all of our fabulous finalists and everybody that did such a great job with our Caring for Our Watersheds today, or this year. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to hope and pray that this all works out today, because you know technology, we've had some of those issues already. So we're going to start with this one. Okay, whoops. I'm going to stop sharing because, see, I didn't share correctly. I need to optimize. There we go. I need to optimize for my video because we're going to show a little video just in a little bit. Okay, so good morning again. Most of you have met me. My name is Gwen Roth, and I am the local I'm the state coordinator for Caring for Our Watersheds, Ohio. We also have today with us Katie Naniger, who is the coordinator in the Lake Erie watershed. So her and I work together a lot as part of this contest to help all of our schools and all of our students. So I want to thank everybody for attending our competition this year. Caring for Our Watersheds is a global competition where students develop and implement their own ideas to improve the local environment. The contest takes place in Central and South Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Canada. And in California, Colorado, Ohio, and the Chesapeake Bay watershed in the United States, and in the San Antonio de Areco watershed in Argentina. And now my slides won't go. So let's try this one more time. Absolutely fabulous. So we'll start again from the beginning. There we go. There we go. So the contest began in our area in 2012, but at that time it was only available to students in Hamilton County. And in 2019, we were able to expand the contest to include this entire state of Ohio. Currently, the contest is sponsored by Nutrien, the Hamilton County Soil and Water Conservation District, where I work, and Nutrients for Life, where Katie Naniger works. So, what are you in, no matter where in the world you are? All of our students should know the answer to this. You are in a watershed. Everybody in the world lives in a watershed. And this map, most of the students again have seen, is a map of the major watersheds in the United States. The Ohio River watershed is that big orange blob that takes up about 2/3 of Ohio. It covers about 14 different states. And the Lake Erie watershed is part of the Great Lakes watershed, which is the darker teal above the Ohio River watershed, and also includes Canada. And basically, as a watershed is an area of land where all of the water that lands on that land drains into a body of water. So that orange blob, all the snow, all the rain, all of that will eventually drain down into the Ohio River. So that water sheds to the Ohio River. And same thing for the Great Lakes. Now, the Caring for Our Watersheds mission is to encourage students to develop a lasting environmental awareness and stewardship to help improve the environment for future generations. So every year, students are asked to research their local watershed, identify an environmental concern, and come up with a realistic solution that they themselves can implement in their community. And they've all heard me say that this is a contest that they themselves implement. This is not asking the president to do something or our teachers or our principals. This is what can we do to help our watershed. So each group, whether they were an individual student or a team working up to 4 students, wrote a 1,000-word proposal detailing their ideas and how they were going to make things happen. Now, this year, we also asked the students to think about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals as they develop their own projects. These SDGs are 17 goals that were developed and adopted by the UN member states in 2015 to transform our world by 2030. We wanted each CFW participant to understand that what they're doing in their own community has larger implications and ties into what governments, NGOs, and other charitable organizations are doing all over the world. So this was an absolutely great year for student proposals. Our community judges carefully read through almost 130 entries from students all over the state of Ohio. With each entry was coded so the judges didn't know student names or schools. These judges ultimately chose our top 10, our honorable mention, and our special recognition winners. Many of these judges also became mentors to our top 10 teams, and they met with the students, they gave advice, encouragement, they helped them with their budget, they helped the students implement their projects. So we would like to take a moment to thank all of these judges that made this program possible. So we have there listed all of our community partners that helped us judge and mentor this year. And many of them are repeat judges and mentors from previous years. So it's telling that we have a lot of repeat partners. Now, I also want to give a good shout out to our verbal judges. Now, all of you students met our 4 verbal judges when you gave your presentations earlier this week. They watched all of those presentations through Zoom, and prior to that, they had not seen any of the proposals. So the students' presentation were what those judges were reviewing. So we had Pat Bruns, who is a former State Board of Education member, Corey Gagne, who works for Nutrien in Lima, Scott Huber, who is a Soil and Water Conservation District Board member here in Hamilton County, and Sue Magnus, who's the recycling coordinator with the Office of Environment and Sustainability in Cincinnati. Now, I'd also like to thank our teachers and our schools. We've had so many new schools this year that participated in caring for our watersheds for the first time, and we hope to have them back next year. But it's really fabulous for our students and our teachers to have all of that support. So thank you all very much to all of our teachers who really did a great job this year in caring for our watersheds and in mentoring their students throughout the whole process. And I'd like to give another shout out to our sponsors. And I'm going to take a few minutes here to show a video clip from Chloe, who is our global CFW coordinator. She oversees all of the contests that we have throughout the world, and she has helped me so much tremendously in the past several months. So I am going to share Chloe's video right here.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Caring for Our Watersheds final competition. My name is Chloe Sprecher, and I am the Education Program Coordinator at Nutrien. I'm responsible for leading program development and supporting our partner organizations in executing Caring for Our Watersheds in their respective regions. You may not know this, but Nutrien is the program founder and the primary sponsor of Caring for Our Watersheds. And we couldn't be prouder to support this amazing program and your environmental solutions. At Nutrien, our purpose is to grow our world from the ground up. As the world's largest provider of crop inputs and services, Nutrien plays a critical role in feeding the future by helping growers increase food production in a sustainable manner that protects our land, air, and water for generations to come. Environmental stewardship is a key focus area for our community investments and for our overarching sustainability strategy. We also recognize the role that all of you play in a healthy future for our industry and our planet as tomorrow's decision makers. You are also stakeholders in society right now, and you have the power to create positive, lasting change in your communities and beyond. We all have a role to play as individuals, schools, communities, business, nonprofit, and governments to protect and improve our local watersheds. Caring for Our Watersheds was started in 2007, nearly 15 years ago, in the Battle River Watershed in Alberta, Canada. After a 3-year pilot, the program was expanded and now includes 9 contests around the world. Our contest regions continue to grow as well, and we will reach over 35,000 students this year who have participated in the program since 2007. Caring for Our Watersheds has also created lasting impact for our program participants by teaching real-life skills that you can put on your resume or college application, like researching, planning, budgeting, written and verbal communication. There's opportunity to work with and develop relationships with community experts. In some cases, the program has led to students realizing a passion, expanding their idea, or even pursuing careers and other opportunities in the environmental space, all stemming from their participation in caring for our watersheds. Most importantly, I hope this program teaches students like you that you can make a difference. Caring for our watersheds would not be possible without community support. Our partner organizations working directly with you, teachers, parents, mentors, judges, volunteers, and community partners, over 150 community partners across our contests, come together because we believe in your ideas and we want to help support you in making that difference. We have implemented over 500 student-led action projects to date. If you have not already done so, I hope that I've inspired you to take advantage of the support and the implementation funding available and make your project a reality. Implementing your environmental solution is where the tangible, lasting impact occurs for your personal growth, for your watershed, and for your community. Today is the day to celebrate your environmental solutions, your hard work, and your major accomplishment of having a top idea among the many good ideas that we receive. Congratulations to all of you. You are all winners. Have fun today.
Okay, as Chloe said, you definitely are all winners, and definitely this was a lot of hard work. So I know everybody's excited to get moving along. So we are going to continue with our presentation today to go through our winners. Except once again, it's not letting me go through my slides. This is so fabulous when technology works really well. Okay. So again, a special thanks, and Chloe reiterated this. I will reiterate this. This is super, super important. Special thanks to all of our students, our teachers, our families. I know a lot of you got drugged into doing projects that you weren't quite sure what was happening with, but thank you for supporting your students along this whole process. And congratulations again to our 2021 finalists. Now today we have a top 10 and we will rank those students first place through 10th place. But remember, we had almost 130 entries from the state of Ohio. So even those teams that came in 10th place and 9th place, they may be like, oh, I should have done better. But no, you were awesome. Out of 130 students or 130 teams, you guys came in the top 10. So excellent job to absolutely everybody today. So I'd like to start off by recognizing our Special Recognition Award winners. Every year we want to recognize as many students as possible for their hard work. Now each special recognition winner will be receiving a certificate and a check that will be mailed later in May. So from Athens High School, we had Wallace, Julia, and Dennis with their project, Marketing Pollutants from Acid Mine Draining. From Clay High School, we had Max, John, Melanie, and Angelo, who did a proposal about set-asides. From Genoa Area High School, we had Ben, Brandon, Evan, and Sarah, and their project, The Lost Field Revived. From Port Clinton High School, we had Denasia, who her project was limiting runoff into watersheds. And from Rutherford B. Hayes High School, we had Jamie, Kristen, and Claire with their project, Painted Rain Barrels. From Summit Country Day School, we have Samuel, who I saw on our call today, and his project, A Bright Idea for Conserving Energy and the Environment. From Twinsburg High School, we have Shayna, and their project, Adding Native Plants Can Solve Water Quality Issues. From Ursuline Academy, Kaylee, Rose, and Emily, and their project, Preventing Plastic Pollution with Pillows. From Valley STEM, Nadia and Jacob, and their proposal, Watershed Field Trip Project. And from Winton Woods High School, Mark and his project, Too Many Nutrients. That's a thing? So I want to thank all of our special recognition award winners. Unfortunately, we only have space for a top 10, but every single one of these students deserves a shout out and a recognition for having an amazing proposal. And if you still want to implement your project, we still have some money available, and I will definitely work with you to make that happen. So moving on now to our honorable mention award winners. This year, like many years, the judges have problems narrowing down the proposals to just 10. They felt these two proposals deserved a little bit of extra recognition. Each honorable mention winner will be receiving a certificate and a check later in May. So our first honorable mention winner is Jake, Chris, and William from Wyoming High School and their project, Educating the Future of Our Watershed. And then we have Arishta, Faith, and Izzy, also from Wyoming High School, and their project, The Pollution Cleanse with White Pine Trees. Now, onto our rewards. All finalists will win money for themselves and their school. And again, these checks are going to be mailed in May. As a reminder, the final scores were tabulated from the written proposals, accounting for accounting for 35% of the total score, and the verbal presentations that you gave earlier this week, accounting for 65% of the total score. Bonus points were also given up to 3 points if the students tied their project into the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals that we mentioned earlier. These students have learned so many valuable lessons, as Chloe talked about: leadership skills, volunteer coordination, working with governments and administrative red tape, organizing collection drives, and educating family and friends. The process itself has been an experience for all of them, and I want to remind them that they are still one of the best 10 teams in the whole entire state. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. So we're going to start with our 10th place team, and our 10th place team wins $300, and our 10th place team is Itui and Emerald from John Marshall School of Engineering, and their project, Increasing Cleveland's Depleted Tree Canopy. They had a wonderful project where they were planting red oaks and educating 5th graders in their community and giving them also red oak seedlings so that they could plant in their neighborhood. Wonderful job, ladies. 9th place, winning $350, we have Clark from Wyoming High School and their proposal, Salix Phyto Extraction. And Clark went and planted willow seedlings around the Mill Creek to help hold and stabilize the stream bank and also to extract some pollutants from the soils that willows do a very, very great job of. So congratulations, Clark. In 8th place, winning $400, Megan and Meredith from Mount Notre Dame High School with their proposal, Reduce, Reuse Shampoo. And they wanted to tackle the problem of people not always recycling bathroom supplies. So those shampoo bottles, and how could they fix that? So they actually went and made shampoo bars and distributed them to students in their school. Excellent job, ladies. So this year in 7th place, winning $450, we have KK from Mount Notre Dame High School. And KK's project, Scoop the Poop, where she installed poop bags and garbage dispensers in a local park and encouraged people to pick up after their animals so that that runoff does not contribute to pollutants in our watershed. Great job, KK. And in 6th place this year, winning $500, we have Ava, Madeline, and Becca from Mount Notre Dame High School and their project, the Butterfly Oasis. So these ladies are planting a pollinator garden on their school grounds and are going to install a sign to educate future students about planting pollinators and how pollinators can help and how future students can help their environment. Excellent job. Now, our 5th place winner for $600. We have Hannah, Brenna, Kayla, and Sarah from Mount Notre Dame High School and their project, Lighting Our Way to a Greener Future. So these ladies installed solar lights around their school to help light up the landscaping and the walkways, and using that solar power instead of using electricity to do so. Excellent job, ladies. Now, our 4th place winner with $700. The amounts are certainly going up at this point. We have Morgan and Allison from Wyoming High School and their proposal, Let's Catch the Rain. So Morgan and Allison worked with local elementary school students, and they painted rain barrels to put up at their community garden, at their school garden. And they also did some education projects with those students. So great job, ladies. Now we're up to our top 3. In 3rd place, winning $800 for their team, Mark and Owen from Wyoming High School and their project, Up to Bat for Our Watershed. So they started an education campaign about helping bats and putting bat houses up. They started a website to really try and educate people about the usefulness of bats. Excellent job, gentlemen. This is the exciting part, because as you guys have been keeping track, we have 2 teams left. And in 2nd place, winning $900 for their team, we have Caitlin and Stephanie from Wyoming High School and their project, Community Thrifting Event. Now, Caitlin and Stephanie did an excellent job trying to educate people about the problems with fast fashion and trying to encourage people to reuse stuff in their closet, and when they do go buy new stuff, to go to thrift and vintage stores to help reuse some of those materials so they don't end up in the landfill. Excellent job, ladies. And for those of you then that are keeping track, for the first time ever, a winner outside of Hamilton County. It's so exciting. We have Garrett from West Holmes High School, and Garrett's proposal, the precision conservation in the Mohican River watershed. And Garrett actually worked with local farmers to talk about nutrient pollution and talk about adding nitrogen only when necessary and only where necessary. So definitely a really great project in his area. So congratulations, Garrett. Congratulations to all of our winners. Excellent job. Now, all of the students have seen this about a bazillion times, but any of you parents or anything else, if you want to copy down my information, I am so willing to help with any questions. Again, any implementation for future projects for some of our special recognition or honorable mention winners, I would be more than happy to help. So again, I'm going to stop our share and see all your fabulous faces. So I want to thank everybody. Absolutely excellent job today. Thank you to all of our mentors. Thank you to all of our teachers, all of that. Now, before you log off today, one more giant congratulations to all those top 10 teams. I mean, you guys did amazing. You are all here today because you had wonderful ideas that you put into place and you did a lot of hard work. And again, I know even with COVID times, you overcame that and you did amazing. So I'm sending you all one more surprise. You should have hopefully gotten your little box of snacks from me that you could enjoy. But I am sending you one more surprise that will probably be coming not next week, but the following week. So when you get that, I'd like you to take a picture and send it off to me. Okay. And then again, officially your checks for being in the top 10 or special recognition honorable mention, those checks will be coming in late May. So I want to thank you all for logging on today. And I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Now I'm going to stay on here for any questions or any comments. But again, congratulations to all those amazing students. Absolutely excellent job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.